Hello and welcome to today's video. This is about CBLoL going into Split 2 um, based on stats. So we have a lot of things to look at here for team rankings. Once again, Los individually, from a player stat standpoint, have the best team. I say that clearly because this is not the first time Los have shown up mechanically and statistically very strong on an individual basis. It's a team that I've talked highly of for a very long time that just seemed to not be able to get its shit together, and recently did much better at getting their shit together. Now, as far as the rest of this team is concerned, though, not rest of the team, but rest of the board. Why do I say it like that? Well, I am well aware that Furia are ranked as the best team. And that's because they know how to actually close games out and do it well. Tatu's also the best jungler in the region, which helps. So here we have solo lane ranking. That is based on stats. The top laner ranked against other top laners, plus the mid laner. Mid jungle duo, bot lane duo. Power ranking. This is based on all the games that have taken place this season from a team basis. If you see my power rankings throughout the year, that's what this is. And it does include EWC that just occurred. I can't avoid those stats despite not wanting to even give a flying fuck about that tournament. The stats cannot be removed on Oracle. So, because of that, those stats are in there. Regular season finish in spring, playoff finish in spring, and some half-assed champion points thing that I did to kind of gauge how the teams did when we combine the CBLoL Cup finishing order as well as Split 1. So first we have solo lanes. We see that Loud are at the top of the chart. And the bringing in Kaze over Envy is a huge move. Kaze is much better than Envy. Much better. Now, Envy was better than Mago. That was not a high bar. So Loud improved, but now have improved again, bringing Kaze in the mid lane role. Los obviously kept their guys. The reason why Furia ranks so lowly is because Truth statistically is not very strong. He's bottom half in CBLoL statistically. So that is a thing. Some player moves to just discuss here. Let's actually get that out of the way. Loud brought in Sinatra. They brought in Kaze. They brought in Rebello, and Yuzan's obviously starting full time. Red, a lot of changes as well. We have Zinz in top lane. We have Fu in mid. Everything's the same. Steps, Mortius, and Frosty. Fluxo have Zolfve in top lane. Solid player. We'll talk about, of course, throughout the season here. The rest is the same. VKS have made a lot of changes. Some that I'm really not too fond of. Zekas in top lane. Kept mid jungle, Decimus, Myru. Obviously, we've got Yeskla and Scamber, and I mean, that is what it is. Payne brought in Henna and Seos. Seos returns to Brazil. And Bull obviously is starting over Robo. And then Leviton have brought in Strench and Shiku in the bot lane duo. So, solo lanes, back to this. Loud are first. Shino, obviously, is a stud in top lane. Somebody we've talked about for a couple of years now. Los, Zest is very good. And then Feisty is no bum in mid. And then you have VKS. Myru is ranked as the top mid laner in the region. Statistically, that is what it is. So that is a thing. Now, mid jungle, we have Loud once again. You say, Sinatra, how is he up there? Statistically, well, even when I take away the fact that he did not play any games in Tier 1, so I punished every player that was the case, there are quite a few junglers that have played in both Tier 2, Tier 1, which helped his cause. And then Kaze as well, obviously, is ranked very highly. So that mid-jungle duo going into this split, statistically, are very strong. I will acknowledge I don't think they're first, but statistically, that's what it says. So that's the thing. Loud are definitely the most fun team going into this. CBLoL and LEC this season have definitely been the two most fun regions. Um, CBLoL winning that by quite a bit, and I'm not just saying that because people actually watch this shit, but because really it's anybody's split. We saw Loud win the first one. We saw Furia win the second one. Red have been no slouch. VKS and then Loud. Loud obviously winning the first split, but Loud are retooled and honestly they look like a fun team. We see that then VKS are second because of Myru. Dismiss also very good statistically. Los, of course, and Furia. Tatu is trying to carry that load for them. Bot lane duo, that's where Furia are ranked the highest. IU and JoJo are the best bot lane duo in the region. And then after that is Duda and Ackerman. I think that it is very close. I think Los's bot lane mechanically is very gifted. Red Canids, Mortius and Frosty, very strong. Loud, we'll see. Rebello and Uzent, we'll see if that even works at this level. That bot lane duo for Leviton actually statistically look very good in Tier 2. We'll see how they do. I have my reservations. I think you could argue that probably this is a high bar. 5th is probably the ceiling. I could very well see them finishing 7th. VKS, VKS, I've talked to their coaches before, so I respect these guys tremendously. I respect everybody, regardless of if they talk or not to me. But Yeskla was a very confusing addition. I'd understand if we went with a young roster, but really this roster is not young. It's not really all that developing. So it's a puzzling decision, to put it mildly, to bring in Yeskla. I understand that the thought is it's like when they brought Smiley over, and maybe, but you when you pick up a guy off the couch, it really makes me wonder, why are we picking a guy up off the couch and not just finding somebody else? An import, it doesn't matter. Just somebody that is playing, that has some potential for development. Give you a look to think of somebody for 2027. It's definitely a head scratcher. Power rankings, Furia are the best team when it comes to actually getting shit done and winning games. This isn't a win rate stat, but win rate is part of what goes into it. This includes getting more kills and deaths. This includes taking a higher percentage of Barons, a higher percentage of Drakes, taking the majority of the farm, whether it's in lane or in the jungle. There's like 7 or 8 stats in there that I include, and Furia, statistically, are one of the best teams in the world when you don't take into account the fact they're in Brazil, which does matter because we saw Brazil struggle once again at an international tournament, right? So you factor that in, and that's why Furia are ranked like I think 15th now in my power rankings, but statistically, just in terms of domestic dominance, they are very strong, one of the most dominant teams in the world. Loud are second, and honestly, that is something, because I think that despite making moves, because this second place is from what the team has done already this year, second best team in the region, that it could get better. And the thing is, like, Los, if they could get their shit together consistently and repeat what they did in Split 1 and Split 2, they, of course, will probably remain above Loud, but they have to prove that. They have to prove that. Red, there's a lot of bright spots to that team. A young team with potential as well, so I guess I'm selling Red short. Loud and Red both are going with that. But Fluxo, they kind of are what they are. That's not to say this is an old team, but it is also just kind of a team in the middle of the road. Why'd I have... I'm over here. Why am I over here? So regardless, we got VKS, and these guys I really don't have with those top 4. Regular season, we saw that Red obviously won the regular season, and then Furia won the playoffs. When you combine both CBLoL Cup order as well as the finishing order of Split 1 playoffs, it goes Furia, Loud, Red, then Los. Fluxo, VKS, Leviton. Technically, Leviton did get championship points for CBLoL Cup. Pain are the only team without any at all. So, what am I trying to say? Going into this split, mechanically, this is based on individual player stats. Los have the best stats individually. As a team, throughout the season, Furia have proven to be superior at playing the game out and actually winning the game. So, there is something to be said for both of those things, right? You want, obviously, to win the game. That is the purpose of the game, to win. You also want to be ahead and in a good position statistically, so it's easier to win the game. And we see here Furia are the second best team individually. So by being that much more superior at playing out the game on a macro basis, they end up first. Louder, team that I'm excited about, Red as well. The rest I kind of have my reservations about. We'll see what Henna does with Pain. Henna coming from LPL. It's kind of like when he played with Dignitas. So, or he played with Lion, I think, actually. He didn't play with Dig, he played with Lion. It is what it is. So, thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.